Good afternoon, it's Tuesday, May 13, 2025. Mental health is real. Seek help and the stigma. On the news this afternoon. Mixed reactions trail Governor Fubara FCT minister's comment on Rivers political crisis. Farmers monitor call for help over rising herders attacks in Echi, Rivers State. Rivers State government shuts down maternity clinic over patient's death. On the foreign scene, Israeli forces bomb Gaza's Nasser hospital, kill 2. I'm Ifechuku Moyele with the news. Elder statesman Anab Saraiwe says he believes that the peace talks between suspended Rivers Governor Siminalayi Fubara and FCT Minister Nyesom Wike should remain private unless the minister intends to take them public. Mr. Saraiwe said this while reacting to a statement by the minister that Governor Fubara visited him with 2 APC governors. The elder statesman described Governor Fubara's visit as a sacrifice made in the interest of peace in Rivers State. Mr. Saraiwe said Governor Fubara has consistently shown a desire for peace, contrary to what he described as Wike's combative stance. Meanwhile, the convener of the Rivers Peace Initiative, Obinna Egbogidi, says Governor Fubara's directive to his supporters to seek his consent before making comments about the political crisis is an indication that he is ready to peacefully resolve the crisis in the state. Mr. Egbogidi spoke to correspondent Yobi Oruwari.
Governor Sim's speech yesterday were more than a political statement. The governor's admission that he is not desperate to return and that his spirit left government house long ago should not be misinterpreted as a surrender, as some persons are already suggesting. If you ask me, it's a sobering expression of a man who has weighed the cost of power and concluded that peace is worth more. What must not be ignored, however, is the direct caution he has issued, not just to his opponents, but to his own supporters, and he has done this rightly.
Also, a PDP stakeholder in Echi, Ogbonnawuke, shares his thoughts on this.
He said, left alone, he probably no worry to come back as governor. What he has said is that, look, my spirit may have left that place. Have you asked me what I want? Because of the commitment of so many people, including late Edwin Clark, he will respect that position. For those who want to take it on the surface, okay, that's fine. That there's nothing here that supporters of Fubara should regret. There's nothing here that supporters of Fubara should feel bad about. All he's saying, that's caution. And that's why he said, everything is not what should be. Please mark a man's words and please interpret what the man tries to say.
Some residents of Port Harcourt expressed mixed reactions to Governor Fubara's statement.
There is no way he will be going for peace and his people are saying otherwise. Wike on his own end should also bring Sim back and take him as his own son. If Wike says today, all my followers forgive Fubara, they will.
For those of us who are blind followers, this is an eye-opener. There are leaders under his watch that he would have reached out to actually call these people to order, not openly rebuking and castigating every effort of his followers.
There should be peace in Rivers State. Any means that are going to do it, just for peace to reign in Rivers State. Since the governor is not in his seat now, it has affected people.
The governor's statement is not timely. You are actually taking a step to restoring peace. You ought to have called your supporters to put them on check. So for me, Ian Wike, being the FCT minister, should equally use this opportunity of peace move to call his supporters to order.
In the meantime, a former chairman of Emoha local government area, Dr. Chidi Lloyd, says he does not believe suspended Governor Siminalayi Fubara is sincere in his recent comment. Recall that on Sunday, Governor Fubara urged his supporters not to take any action on his behalf without his consent, but Dr. Lloyd accused him of double standards, warning the public not to be swayed by what he called deceptive comments from the state governor.
I listened to what the suspended governor said yesterday, and I only sympathize with those who are swayed by that kind of statement. Here is a man who has consistently shown that he cannot be trusted. A man who will go before the president of the country and sign documents, come back and sponsor people to go to court. I don't do what he did yesterday, telling the people. You only go back last night and release more funds for data for them to continue the attack. You know, he likes to play the victim, but all of that has been understood. So we are not carried away by that.
Also speaking, a lawyer and conflict resolution specialist, Ndamzi Ekulo, says the recent statement by suspended Governor Fubara is contradictory and failed to clearly define his position in the ongoing peace process. Mr. Ikulo, in an interview with our correspondent, urged Governor Fubara to speak directly to those he described as crisis merchants to step aside in the interest of peace in the state.
Our statement is really contradictory, and in my opinion, I will advise him to be very honest with the peace process. He made mention of the fact that his mind has left the government. If truly his mind has left the government, the honest thing to do is to resign from the position. But the body language as inferred which still shows that he is open to peace. Okay? So his supporters at this point to tread discussion, crisis merchants should stay off the stage. Those ethnic jingoists and chauvinists should stay off the stage so that finally we will have positive results.
Meanwhile, the women protesting against emergency rule in River State say their peaceful demonstrations and prayers were only to raise public awareness and not sponsored by the suspended governor, as is being speculated. One of the coordinators, Christiana Tamunobere-Tohari, spoke on this.
Never. Governor has not given us a dime. I'm a two-time vice chairman. I coordinate my local government. Governor has not given us. Those women you see so, voluntarily they come out. Market women will leave their market and come out. Governor doesn't even know one thing that we are doing. He is not our sponsor. We have local government coordinators that coordinate their local government. It's a pro bono service to the state. And we don't need to bribe a mother to breastfeed her own child. No, nobody needs to give us money to do anything for our state. So government has not given us anything at all.
Another coordinator, Ebony Ibe, also spoke.
We give God praise that now we're on the negotiation table, and we are hopeful that our governor will return soon. Say that there is a grace factor too. There is a God factor in all of these. Women have been praying for the governor after he was sworn in as governor, even before all this crisis began. We'll keep praying, just like we've always done.
And now, a federal high court in Port Harcourt has adjourned to May 26, 2025 for hearing in a suit filed by former National Assembly member Dr. Farah Dagogo challenging the declaration of state of emergency and suspension of River State Governor, his deputy, and state assembly members. When the case was called, the lawyer to the River State sole administrator Kehinde Ofunwumiju San urged the court to give them time to file in their responses. Our correspondent reports that the lawyer to the plaintiff, Cosmos Eweluso San, was not opposed to the request, leading the presiding judge, Justice Mohammed Turaki, to adjourn the matter. Recall that Dr. Farah Dagogo had on April 9, 2025, filed a lawsuit against President Bola Tinubu, Senate President Godswill Akpabio, the National Assembly, House of Representatives Speaker Tajuddin Abbas, and the River State sole administrator Vice Admiral Ibokete Ibas over the declaration of state of emergency in River State. Away from that, a Lagos-based political analyst, Liberus Oshoma, says the PDP stakeholders and national leadership of the party is yet to know the real persons behind their persisted internal crisis. Mr. Oshoma said this while speaking with correspondent Obiorware on the significance of the recent reconciliatory moves by the present and former PDP governors.
He has never said he has left PDP, so he remains a PDP member. The implication is that PDP does not even know where their problem lies, and a man who does not know where his problem is, then how do you expect him to solve such a problem that he does not know where it is? You can't be a leader in PDP and you support PDP strong, and you are one of the strongest ministers in the current administration of the AP. You are consistently in support of the president, who is a member of opposition party. That is the main opposition party in the country, who intends to also go into election with the president come 2027.
Meanwhile, the chairman of the PFP, the chairman of the PDP Board of Trustees, BOT, Senator Adolphus Wabara, has declared that the party will withstand its current wave of defections and remain a strong political force. Speaking at the PDP national headquarters in Abuja, Wabara affirmed that the PDP is not on the brink of collapse despite internal challenges. Still to come, River State government shuts down maternity clinic over patient's death. Stay with us.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
You're welcome back, and now the rest of the news. Residents of Bile coastal communities yesterday took to the streets of Port Harcourt to protest the regular sea pirate attacks and kidnappings in their communities. The protesters, clad in black attire and held placards bearing inscriptions like "Don't allow sea pirates take over our waterways," "Bring back Governor Fubara," "Bile Kingdom says no to sea piracy," "Our husbands, sons and children were writing WAEC are always kidnapped. Come to our aid. Stop the attacks and the killings. The protesters stormed the River State Government House and asked the sole administrator Vice Admiral Ibokete Ibas to come to their aid. Now, earlier, the River State Police Command says efforts are ongoing to rescue the 12 passengers and a boat driver kidnapped by sea pirates along the Isaka River. Spokesperson of the command, Grace Iringekoko, told correspondent Mekotoka that operatives of the Marine Unit have intensified surveillance on the waterways. SP Iringekoko appealed to maritime workers to promptly report any suspicious activities to enable swift police response.
The command is making frantic efforts to ensure that those victims regain their freedom on earth and also apprehend the perpetrators of this immoral crime. We are not relenting. The Commissioner of Police we have now is on the tactical team commanders and the OT Marine, and is also collaborating with the maritime unit to ensure those people regain their freedom.
As you may know, the victims were abducted last Tuesday while traveling from Port Harcourt to Cawthorne Channel and Bile. The pirates also hijacked 2 passenger boats and made away with goods during the attack. On the reported gang clash that left 2 people dead in Diobo, the state police spokesperson, SP Iringekoko, said the incident was not officially reported to the police. Away from that, Tuesdays and Fridays are market days in Edegelem community in Iweche local government area of River State. But some women in the area say except for residents of neighboring communities supplying farm produce, buyers may be stranded. The women told our correspondent that despite their vast agricultural land, the activities of herdsmen have stopped them from farming.
As with the buy for market here, and they complete money because of land grabber and the nama. Another people they from their own village carry come here, they sell it costly. So when we buy, they complete our money. When they pay us, we need help. Make government help us stop nama so that when we farm, we uproot for our own. And go good mothers with the buy for market.
In this market, we have people from Chokocho, Umechem, Egui, Abara, Elele. That is why it seems as if there are a lot of cassavas in the market. Cow, that is stopping us. If cow leave our cassava, this place go full past like this. We are running because of cow.
We have lose a lot of places because of cow. We get plenty land, but the llama no dey agree us to do farm. They no dey agree us to plant our cassava, harvest them.
One of the women, Comfort Chinedu, narrated the impact of herders' activities on their farmland.
Women have been crying for this nama something. Inside their family, cow people, they will come into one farm. They will command that llama. Before seconds, they will finish your cassava. Just imagine when like 50 cows enter into your farm. They will level everything there. Even the one that is matured, that self will be uprooting it by himself and be thrown into nama. Nama too will be uprooting. So women here are crying seriously, bitterly.
She explains some of the unfruitful measures taken to address the situation.
Now we used to go to inside Okenyi or Zozo or Geda Isu to farm in order to continue feeding our children. Check the level or distance of woman riding cycle from Ibeche to Ozozo side. It's far now. We've made a move to the CDC of this Igbo zone here and tell them about it. We've gone to the Royal Majesty and they reported all these cassavas that you are seeing in this market now. It is Ozozo people or Obibi. They are the people bringing. We are buying from them to trade, which is not supposed.
The paramount ruler of Abara town in Iche local government area, Eze Jonah Wala, also spoke on this as a guest on Nigeria Info FM's Morning Crossfire.
The people concerned, nobody knows their identity, where they come from, nobody is their landlord, and police. When we report such matters to police find it difficult. No person gives them clearance. They did not meet any traditional ruler, they did not meet any person in order to do this. That is why I am calling on the authorities concerned.
Wala also suggested that the federal government mandate herders to register with the Corporate Affairs Commission for swift identification. In the meantime, the River State chairman of Mieti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, Mohammed Tukur Abubakar, has described as untrue report that herders uproot cassavas in farmlands in Niche to feed their cows. Speaking in an interview with our correspondent, Tukur Abubakar accused some farmers of killing their cows. He tasked the police, Department of State Services and relevant authorities in Niche to invite them for a meeting.
Some people, they are talking lies, but I must go and see. Last 2 weeks, they killed somebody's cow, more than 5 cows. People not talk to them. Now they want to find another allegation, put on top. For sure, what you are talking for? One place, what they call set lie. Sometimes there's DSS, they call. As they call, government call, now we can join there and I go there, do the meeting for DSS office. The day why they call, I must today there by God's grace. Call my people why they are around there, why they rear their cows there, and call my people, will come together.
Away from that, a human capacity development expert, Dr. Patrick Uduma, says many young boys are losing focus early in life. He raised this concern at the Equipped Boy Annual Conference, which he convened to mentor boys on navigating life through integrity and purpose. Speaking in an interview, Uduma called for a restoration of value systems to help boys gain clarity and true confidence.
I found out that there's imbalance. You are training and inculcating certain values to the ladies, and now to the boys, they are on trend. For the ladies, maybe they tell them if you don't have a good character, you will not be married and all that. And yet for us, we're allowed to explore without a proper sense of direction. When people lack identity, they miss everything. And we realize that men are struggling, and it's a big challenge. Boys are losing concentration, lacking values, and that's why they can't find themselves. So what we intend to do here is to first of all get them their identity, get them their value system, get them the ideas, so they have clarity and they have a genuine confidence to believe in themselves.
Dr. Uduma encouraged boys to seek mentorship that can help shape their lives and secure a better future.
We want to raise the awareness about boys. When we find out about the greed and the system that's disintegrating, it is from the foundation. So by the time you get a guy to discover who he is, he's not looking for who he is. By the time you get the guy to have his belief system, he knows his belief system, what shaped him. By the time you get to have a relationship with them, he's not seeking for a relationship. By the time you get to them to know his duty and responsibility, of course his finances, of course his spirituality, of course his gratitude, of course his values. So when we have all that, we are shaping nation. And so the only way to develop what they call mentorship system, that is what changed America.
Now, over 200 students from 15 schools took part in the event, presenting intellectual speeches and karaoke performances. Some shared with our correspondent their experiences and achievements so far.
When I came here, I wasn't what people call an enviable person. It changed my life a lot. We learned about so many things such as value, principle. These are what navigates your life, help you to achieve goals. For some people that won't want to attend it, I would love to encourage them and let them at least come once and try it if they won't see a change in their life.
Without your purpose, you are nothing in life. They have done a great thing. They have impacted knowledge in my life. I'm really appreciating them.
I learned about SSS, source, self, and service. Self is like yourself, what you believe in and what you do. Then service, what do you render to people? What Mr. Patrick told us, that we should give without expectation of anything in return. If you give, God will richly bless you. Your source will provide for you, and every single thing you need in life will be achieved. I will tell him thank you for everything he has done, that he has been my mentor, my inspirer, and every single thing I can ever wish to ask for.
In other news, a maternity clinic in Borokiri, Port Harcourt has been sealed by the River State Anti-Quackery Committee after a patient, Mrs. Victoria Paris, died following a cesarean section at the facility. The incident prompted an unscheduled inspection on May 12, 2025 at Standard Maternity Clinic located at number 2 Captain Amangala Street. Investigators found that the 3-bedroom apartment has been converted into a 6-bed maternity center operated without any licensed medical personnel. Instead, unqualified auxiliary nurses were running the facility and performing surgeries in unsafe and poorly equipped conditions. The clinic also lacked proper sterilization equipment and infection control measures. The Director of Medical Services, Dr. Vincent Wachuku, also revoked its registration and summoned all medical personnel linked to the facility to appear before the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, MDCN. Meanwhile, the chairman of the Nigeria Medical Association, NMA, River State, Dr. Diamond Tamonokuro, has condemned the involvement of certified doctors in unauthorized and substandard facilities. And now in business, World Bank, federal government have disagreed on budget 2025 assumptions. In entertainment, former Senator Ben Murray Bruce has predicted that Afrobeat star Davido will one day become the governor of Osun State. In sports, Andy Murray will no longer be working as Novak Djokovic's coach. The decision, said to be by mutual agreement, means Murray will not be by Djokovic's side when he chases an 8th Wimbledon title in July.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
Israeli forces have bombed the Nasser Medical Complex in Khan Yunis, killing 2 people, including journalist Hassan Aslay, and wounding several other patients and staff. Now, this comes as UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres calls for an end to Israel's blockade of Gaza after a leading global hunger monitor said the entire population of the enclave faces the risk of famine. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he will send mediators to Qatar for truce talks after Hamas released a U.S.-Israeli soldiers. On the news this afternoon, you heard mixed reactions are still trailing Governor Fubara and the FCT Minister comment on Rivers' political crisis. Farmers and mourners have called for help over the rising herders' attacks in Ichie, Rivers State. Rivers State government has shut down a maternity clinic over patients' deaths. On the foreign scene, Israeli forces have bombed Gaza's Nasser hospital and killed 2 patients. The news was edited by Onyeka Chinwosu. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Moanyele. Many thanks for listening.
The show continues after this break.